Om and Namaste. Thank you for watching today's video. Today, I would like to talk about mudras. So, what exactly are mudras? Have you ever noticed during a yoga practice that a yogi may make a symbol with his or her hands? These are mudras. Mudras are sacred and symbolic gestures which exist in yoga and in many of India's religions, and many religions around the world. Actually, in Christianity, we put our hands together to pray. That is a mudra. Mudras serve many functions. They serve to calm the mind and the body. They serve as a gesture of greeting and humility and receptiveness. They can stimulate endorphins. They can relieve pain. They can help to focus concentration. Mudras serve many functions. And for me, on a personal level, mudras often remind me to take a step back and to be present in the moment and to center myself. So today I would like to talk specifically about two mudras which are personal to me and important to me. There are many mudras. If you do a quick Google search, you'll find, the 8 most common, the 10 most common, the 12 most common. There are a lot of different mudras out there, and in the end, we choose and pick the ones that are appropriate for us in that moment. Certain mudras activate certain chakras and make us feel certain ways. So the first mudra I would like to talk about is Anjali Mudra. Anjali Mudra is probably the most common mudra that's used during an asana practice. Asana are the yoga poses that we do. When we think of yoga, most often than not, we think of asanas. So asanas are one of the 8 limbs of yoga. And within that, we oftentimes will do an Anjali Mudra. Anjali Mudra is bringing your hands to heart center in a prayer fashion. We can have our fingers together, we can have them apart. It's different for everybody. And the reason Anjali Mudra speaks so profoundly to me is because it is a heart-centering mudra. It brings the awareness of my mind into the essence of my being, which is my heart. It symbolizes gratitude and humility and receptiveness. And it's often used in greetings. Namaste, to say hello and to say goodbye. I usually like to use Anjali Mudra in both the beginning and the end of my asana practice, because asana for me is heart-centered. It's the innermost being. And so it symbolizes opening one's innermost self to the divine. I mean, how beautiful is that? In this symbol of Anjali Mudra, you are opening yourself to the divine. You are saying to the person in front of you, when you say namaste, that you approach them with love, with humility, with gratitude, with kindness. It also helps me to set an intent. When I do my asana practice, I will often start with a brief grounding session where I close my eyes and I'll set an intent. And my intent might be to relieve the stress of the day. And at the end, I will reaffirm my intent by doing an Anjali Mudra and bowing my head. You will also oftentimes see Anjali Mudra used in asana practice itself. When we do warrior one and our hands are up, we can bring our hands down. When we do a warrior three, the Virabhadrasana 3, we can do Anjali Mudra. Anjali Mudra can be used during asana practice, wherever it feels right for you. Good, so that's the first mudra I'd like to talk about. The second mudra that speaks rather loudly to me is Gyan Mudra. Gyan Mudra is the mudra of knowledge and wisdom. And its purpose is to focus your energy and maintain concentration. It is something that I find particularly difficult, especially during meditation. I find it difficult to keep my mind from wandering and to really achieve stillness within me. And so if I'm meditating, I will often either do an Anjali Mudra or I do a Gyan Mudra. And Gyan Mudra is done simply by bringing the tip of your thumb and the tip of your index finger together to form a circle and straightening your remaining 3 fingers like this, palm up and down on your knees. It helps me also to straighten my back, to sit up nice and straight. And when I close my eyes, it helps me to stay focused and in a meditative state. And with my palms up, I'm symbolizing receptiveness to the cosmos. So, I hope you enjoyed this very brief introduction to mudras, Anjali Mudra and Gyan Mudra. I encourage you to explore other mudras as well. If you like this video, please click on like or follow. And if you have questions, feel free to message me. I would welcome the opportunity to discuss mudras or any other aspect of yoga with you. And with that, I thank you for listening to today's video. I wish you an amazing and beautiful day. Namaste.